Hello everyone, welcome to Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Merry Christmas, as we are upon Christmas Eve very soon, as it's 10:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States of America, and we're going to play a little action PC baseball, and we'll be using the 2019 version of the game, which just came out last Thursday, but we will be continuing our 1977 replay, in which I play as the New York Metropolitans in the National League and the Boston Red Sox in the American League. Tonight's game, in our 1977 season replay, the Mets will take on the Cincinnati Reds. And the time machine says it's June 7th, 1977. The Reds are 31-19. And they take on the surprising Go-Go Mets, who are 29-23. Welcome to my 1977 New York Mets replay. Let's go Mets. Let's get to the starting lineups and the first pitch. In our pitching matchup today, it's quite an interesting one. It'll be Tom Seaver versus Pat Zachary. And in 1977, Seaver will be traded from the Mets to the Reds for Pat Zachary and some other players. I believe it was Joe Youngblood, Doug Flynn, and some others. So this could be one of the last times, as Tom Seavers will be traded, I think in 2 weeks. We're playing with as-played transactions and lineups, except I changed my lineups. So it'll be one of the last times we will see Tom Seaver in a Metropolitans uniform. Here at Shea Stadium, joining us is Bobby Cantillano. How are you, my friend? Merry Christmas. So for the Cincinnati Reds, leading off, playing third base is Pete Rose. Batting second in right field is Ken Griffey. Batting third, the second baseman Joe Morgan. Batting fourth, the first baseman Dan Treason. Batting fifth, playing left field, speak softly, carry a big boomstick, George Foster. Batting sixth, doing the catching, the great one, Johnny Bench. Batting seventh, at shortstop, the smooth Davey Concepcion. Batting eighth, in center field, Cesar Geronimo. And batting ninth, up on the bump for the Reds, Pat Zachary. For the New York Mets, leading off, playing third base, Lenny Randall. Batting second in left field, Bruce Beauclair. Batting third, doing the catching, John Stearns. Batting fourth in left field, Ed Kranepool. Batting fifth, playing center field, Lee Mazzilli. Batting sixth at first base, John Milner. Batting seventh at second base, Felix Millan. Batting eighth at shortstop, Mike Phillips. And batting ninth, up on the bump for the Metropolitans, Tom Seaver. Tom Terrific. Alright, so Pete Rose to lead off. He'll be followed by Griffey and Morgan. As Bobby Cantillano wishes Merry Christmas to myself and everyone. I'm doing okay. Hope all is well with you, Bobby. So here's Pete Rose. Rose in the replay, batting .332, 2 homers, 25 ribbies. In actuality, for a full season in 77, .311, 9 homers, and 64 runs knocked in. Seaver picks up the sign from Stearns, and the ball game is on its way. Here's the pitch to Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle. And that is a pop-up left side. Randall and Phillips converge on it, but Randall calls for it, makes the catch, 1 down. Here comes Ken Griffey Sr., or as he was known then, just Ken Griffey. In the replays, batting .305, 7 homers, 35 ribbies. In actuality, .318, 12 homers, 57 runs batted in. 6 out of 10 bunter. We're going to play our infield-outfield straightaway and normal, though. And we're going to go aggressive against Griffey. Seaver kicks and fires. And that's a base hit to right. Beauclair gets it. And oh! Griffey's going to try to stretch it out for 2, and he does. Beauclair did not get the ball in quickly. And Griffey goes hustling into second. Here comes Joe Morgan to the plate. Morgan batting .287, 7 homers, 26 ribbies. In actuality, .288, 22 homers, 78 ribbies. Griffey takes a slight lead from second. Phillips cheats over to try to keep him close. Seaver picks up the sign from Stearns. He deals to Morgan. And that's a fly ball. Shallow right center. Mazzilli makes the catch. Griffey tags up and goes to third, but there's 2 outs now. Griffey, 7 out of 10 base runner. And here comes Dan Dreesen with George Foster on deck. Dreesen, 306, 5 homers, 26 runners knocked in. In 77, Dreesen actually hit 300, 17 homers, and drove in 91. Joining us here at Shea Stadium, Dave Gardner. As he says, I forgot Griffey was on the Reds. Yes, he was. Hope all is well, Dave. Remember to check out hockeytournaments.com. That's Dave Gardner's site, hockeytournaments.com. Alright, 2 outs. Griffey at third. Seaver nods his head. Stearns sets the target. Here's the pitch to Dan Dreesen. Line shot towards center, and Mazzilli makes the running catch. Griffey is stranded at third. The side is retired. We go to the bottom of the first here at Shea. And you can see Pat Zachary's up on the mound. Zachary will be traded for Tom Seaver in about 2 weeks. That actually happened. We're playing with him. And that's why he has a Mets uniform on there. So, Pat Zachary, I forgot to give Seaver's numbers. We'll give that in the top of the second. Pat Zachary, for the Reds before he was traded, in actuality was 3-7 with a 5.04 earned run average. In the replay, he's 4-4 with a 3.51. Behind the plate, Hall of Famer Johnny Bench. 10 out of 10 defense, 8 out of 10 arm. Pete Rose, not so good at third, 3 out of 10 range. Fielding percentage is there. You know, he's going to make the plays that he has to. Concepcion, excellent at short, 10 out of 10. Same thing with Morgan. He's 10 out of 10. And Dreesen, 7 out of 10 at first. Foster, below average range in left, 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10 arm. It's an average arm. Cesar Geronimo, outstanding in center, 10 out of 10 range. Griffey, in right, 7 out of 10 range, 8 out of 10 arm. Infield is playing in for Lenny Randall, who's an excellent bunter. Randall, riding an 11-game hitting streak, batting .333, no home runs, 6 ribbies. In actuality, batted .304, 5 home runs, 27 ribbies. Let's see if he can smack it past the drawn-in corners. Zachary picks up the sign from bench. Here's the pitch to Randall. Ground ball slowly hit. Shortstop Concepcion charges in. Quick release to Dreesen, who races back to the bag for out number 1. So 1 out. Here comes Bruce Beauclair batting .376, a home run and 12 ribbies. In actuality, batted .293, 4 homers and 44 runners knocked in. Beauclair, left-handed batter. He awaits the Pat Zachary offering. Here's the pitch. And Beauclair, hard shot to third. Rose has it. Quickly fires to Dreesen. 2 down. So 2 outs, base is empty for the catcher, John Stearns. Stearns batting .280 with 4 home runs and 27 runners knocked in. In actuality, in 1977, John Stearns batted .251 with 12 homers and 55 ribbies. Bench wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Zachary rocks and fires. Stearns swings, ground ball. Concepcion to his left, fires to Dreesen, and the side is retired. We go to the top of the second, scoreless here. In our pitching matchup, Seaver against Zachary, the 2 men who would be traded for one another in the season of '77. Tom Seaver Tom Seaver's in 1977, before he was traded to the Cincinnati Reds, was 7-3 for the Metropolitans with a 3 ERA. In our replay, he is 8-4 with a 2.94 earned run average, very close. And because I know the trade will happen, I will pitch him till his arm falls off. So he's pitched 8 more innings. We've snuck in another start on short rest. So behind the plate, John Stern, 6 out of 10 defensive range, 7 out of 10 arm. Randall, average at third, 5 out of 10. Phillips, below average to poor range at short, 3 out of 10. Neon, very good range at second, 7 out of 10. Milner, below average range at first, 4 out of 10. Cranepool, below average in left, 4 out of 10. Mazzilli, 6 out of 10 for range and arm in center. And Bruce Beauclair, 3 out of 10 range and 4 out of 10 arm. Here comes George Foster. Speak softly, carry a big boomstick, batting .330, 15 homers and 47 runners knocked in. In actuality, in 1977, the man with the boomstick, George Foster, batted .320, 52 home runs and 149 runners knocked in. Dave Gardner asks, is it always a one-pitch at-bat? No, I can play the full count, but when I'm streaming, I play one pitch. And you would just change it over here. Where is it? It used to be down. Oh, right here it says AB mode. If I click here, it's pitch mode. So it'd be pitch for, I could pitch as many, every pitch. But I like to play at-bat mode. And most of the time, even when I'm playing offline, I play at-bat mode. Hello, JD. Hope all is well. Merry Christmas to everyone. All right, so Sievers is ready to work. He deals to Foster. Ground ball to Phillips at short. He throws to Milner. 1 down. So Sievers came with an off-speed pitch. Foster a little out in front of it. Beat it into the dirt to Phillips. And here comes Johnny Bench. Batting .302, 18 homers, 54 ribbies. In 1977, he would actually finish .275, 31 round trippers, 109 runners knocked in. Stearns sets the target. Seaver deals to Bench. And he walked him. Inside pitch. Stearns tried to frame it. He loses him on the 3-2. So 1 out, 1 on. Bench, 5 out of 10 base running ability. Milner to hold him on. They will try to turn 2. As Dave Gardner says, I still have shopping to do. Well, you better hurry up, my friend. But like Santa Claus, Dave Gardner will come through in the clutch when it comes to Christmas. All right. Davey Concepcion's at the plate, the smooth fielding shortstop for the Reds. Batting .260, 2 homers, and 11 runners knocked in. In 1977, .271, 8 homers, and 64 ribbies in the actual year. Seaver takes a peek at Bench at first. The windup and the pitch to Concepcion. Ground ball up the middle. Phillips to Mian. To Milner! Not in time. Concepcion beats it out. He has great speed. So there's 2 outs. Concepcion's at first. 8 out of 10 base running ability. Milner holding him on. Here comes Cesar Geronimo. Geronimo batting .273, 5 home runs, 18 ribbies. In 1977, the Reds are coming off back-to-back World Series championships. In 75, they beat my beloved Boston Red Sox. And then in 76, they swept the Yankees in 4. In actuality, Cesar Geronimo in 77 batted .266, 10 homers, and 52 runners knocked in. Seaver throws over to first. Concepcion's back. They don't want Concepcion to get in scoring position with 2 outs. Seaver again peeks towards first, now looks in at the plate, nods his head. He rocks and fires to Geronimo. And he strikes him outside, retired. Got him swinging. Bottom of the second, still scoreless here at Shea. 2 up for the Metropolitans, Cranepool, Mazzilli, and Milner. As JD says, Dave, it happens. Thought I was done, but realized I need a few more things, so JD will be doing some last-minute Christmas shopping. So here's Ed Cranepool, left fielder, batting .280, no homers, 18 ribbies. In actuality, batted .281, 10 home runs, and 40 RBIs. You'd like to send 1 yard right now. Mazzilli's on deck. Zachary picks up the sign from bench. Here's the pitch to Ed Cranepool. And Cranepool pops it straight up. Bench throws his mask off, heads back towards the screen, and did he make the catch? Yes, he did. 1 down. Here comes the switch-hitting Lee Mazzilli, batting .260, 1 homer, 9 ribbies, 8 out of 10 bunting. In actuality, in 1977, Mazzilli, .250, 6 home runs, and 46 RBIs. He's going to attempt a drag bunt base hit here. And the bench wisely lets it go foul. Mazzilli has a plethora of bunt base hits in this replay. It counts no balls, 2 strikes on Lee. Switch hitter batting lefty, chokes up just a little bit on that bat now. Zachary nods his head. He kicks and deals to Mazzilli once again. And Mazzilli hits it hard back at Zachary. It's off his glove, and that will be an error on Pat Zachary. So the speedy Lee Mazzilli is on at first, 8 out of 10 base running ability, though only a 31% chance of stealing second. As JT Dutch has joined us in the chat, Merry Christmas, my friend. He says, I think it's the law for guys to shop for Christmas at the last minute. Well, to tell you the truth, I just finished mine yesterday. Yeah, for as much Christmas shopping as I had to do. Anyhow. Alright, so Mazzilli's at first. Dreesen holding him on. Milner's at the plate. John Milner. .238 in the replay, 3 homers, 18 ribbies. In actuality, Milner, .255, 12 home runs, 57 ribbies. Milner, 4 out of 10 hit and run. I love to play hit and run, but Bench has a tremendous arm, and I don't want to see a swing and a miss. Zachary looks towards first. Now in at Bench. He has the sign. The windup, the pitch to Milner. And Milner works a walk. So first and second, 1 out. Here comes Felix Millan. Excellent hit and run candidate, 10 out of 10. We're going to play hit and run. Here's the pitch. Okay, why is it not going? Let's try this again. Mouse defect. Alright, here's the hit and run. There go the runners. Millan pops it straight up towards Concepcion. Concepcion in the outfield grass makes the catch, quickly retreating back to second is Mazzilli, and back to first is Milner. So Felix Millan misses his pitch. He pops it straight up in the air towards short. Concepcion makes the play. 2 outs, 2 on. Runners will be off by contact. For Mike Phillips, batting .238, no homers, 4 ribbies. So far outperforming his actual numbers when he finished with a .209 batting average, 1 homer and 3 ribbies. He awaits the Zachary offering. Here's the pitch homeward bound to Phillips. The lefty swings, sends it out to Foster and left. Foster goes back, makes the catch, side retired. Top of the third, scoreless here at Shea. Due up for the Reds, Zachary in the top of the order, Rose and Griffey. Pat Zachary batting below 100 with 2 ribbies. In actuality, he batted .136 with no homers and no ribbies. Seaver will go aggressive to his counterpart, Zachary. Here's the pitch. And Zachary lines one to Milner. Eyes shut. He swings at the fastball, almost pokes it down the line the other way. 1 down. Top of the order, Pete Rose is 0 for 1. He popped a third in his first at-bat. Rose, a switch hitter, batting lefty. Seaver takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest. The windup and the pitch to Charlie Hustle. And that is a fly ball to center. Mazzilli moves to his right. 2 down. Makes the catch. 2 outs. Base is empty for Ken Griffey. He doubled in the first and was stranded at third to end the inning. Another left-handed batter that Seaver must face. Stearns wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Ken Griffey. Ground ball back to Seavers. Over to Milner. Side retired. Bottom of the third, no score at Shea. Tom Seavers at the plate. They'll be followed by the top of the order, Randall and Beauclair. Seaver batting below 100 with 3 ribbies. In actuality, batted .161 with 4 RBIs and no homers. Zachary hoping to make quick work of his counterpart. The windup and the pitch. Seaver gets some wood on it. He grounds to Dreesen, who takes it to the bag himself. One away. As Bobby Catalano says, gift bags, the greatest invention. Yes, they are. I love gift bags. Saves on a lot of wrapping. So one out, top of the order, Lenny Randall. He's 0 for 1 today. Grounded to short. He's riding an 11-game hit streak. Corners move in. Randall, an excellent bunter, 9 out of 10. Rose in at third, Dreesen in at first. Once again, can Lenny Randall smack it past the drawn-in corners? Zachary's ready to work. He deals. Randall swings. Slow roller to Dreesen. He has it. Races to the bag. Steps on it. And, oh, there's an injury here. Who was hurt? Randall tweaked his calf muscle. He is out for the game. Oh, boy, we got to replace our third baseman. So 2 outs, base is empty. And Lenny Randall's out for the game. He's pulled his calf. And here's Bruce Beauclair, 0 for 1. He grounded to third in his first plate appearance. Zachary looking for that 1-2-3 inning. He sets and fires. Beauclair, check this swing, ball 4. Bench has a quick word with the man in blue behind the plate. He wanted an appeal, but was not granted. So 2 outs. Beauclair is at first, 6 out of 10 base running ability. He'll be held down by Dan Dreesen. Here comes John Stearns, 0 for 1. Met catcher grounded to short. Beauclair will be off by contact. Here's the pitch to Stearns. Stearns, slow roller towards the right side. Dreesen has it. He flips to Zachary. The side is retired. Coming in to replace the injured Lenny Randall will be Roy Steiger. Steiger, 5 out of 10 defensive ability, range at third, with a .934 fielding percentage. All right, due up to face Tom Seaver, scoreless top of the 4th. Morgan, Dreesen, and Foster. Little Joe Morgan 0 for 1. He flew out to deep right center, allowing Griffey to tag to third, but that's where Griffey would stay. Seaver nods his head. The windup and the pitch. And he strikes out Morgan. Morgan must have been looking for something else as he watched that 1-2 fastball hit that outside corner. 1 out, and here's Dan Dreesen, the first baseman. He's 0 for 1. He lined to center. Mazzilli made a nice running catch coming in on it. Stearns sets the target. Seaver kicks and fires. And another strikeout. Back-to-back Ks as he gets Morgan and now Dreesen. Big swing and a miss on the 1-2. Good movement on that fastball. Not overpowering for Seaver right now. Only 92 miles per hour. And here comes the left fielder, the power hitter, George Foster. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to Phillips at short. Seaver looking for a 1-2-3 inning here against Cincinnati. Takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest. He rocks and fires. And he strikes out Foster and the side. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still scoreless here at Shea. The Mets looking for their 30th victory of this very surprising season. The Mets 29-23, a few games out of first and third place, and Cincinnati 31-19. The Reds currently sit a half game behind Houston in the West of the National League. The Mets are 3 back of the Pittsburgh Pirates and Philadelphia Phillies, who are tied for first. Here comes Ed Kranepool. He is 0 for 1. Kranepool popped out to the catcher Johnny Bench. Righty-lefty matchup here for Zachary. Zachary's ready to work. He deals to Ed Kranepool. And Kranepool sends that ball deep center field, and Geronimo makes the running catch in front of the wall. Oh, Kranepool made a bid for his first-round tripper. The dog show has showed up. How you doing, my friend? He had an excellent stream with the West Rossi Ninja. Check that out, as he can better explain what it was about. But you had to like pick a team that would go up against the Night King. It was a lot of fun listening to it. I got to catch. I stayed. I think there was 20 more minutes, so I'm gonna catch the end of that in the near future. But good job by Dog and the Westerosi Ninja. Also, JD, I think it was Friday, actually early Saturday morning, he finished up his women's UFC tournament on the PlayStation 4. That was awesome. Check that out on JD's channel. Alright, one out. Here's Lee Mazzilli 0 for 1. He's going to try another drag bunt. Here's the pitch. And he drops it down, and Bench wisely lets it go foul again. 0-2 count on Mazzilli. Mazzilli now is in the hole. Milner's on deck. He awaits the Pat Zachary offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound. Mazzilli swings, grounds it to Morgan on the outfield grass, right side. He throws to Treason, 2 away. So 2 outs, base is empty for John Milner. Milner walked in his first plate appearance. Milner with 3 home runs, would love to get his 4th. Infield, outfield, straightaway, and normal for the Reds. Johnny Bench goes through the sign. Zachary with a quick nod of his head. And the bearded one kicks and deals to Milner. And he strikes him out. Side is retired. We go to the top of the 5th. Pitchers duel in Shea. Seaver versus Zachary, the 2 men who will be traded for themselves in a couple of weeks here. As Seaver will go to the Reds and Zachary will come to the Mets, along with Doug Flynn, I believe Joel Young. Oh, that could be a different trade though. But Doug Flynn definitely comes over from the Reds. And they'll get Joel Youngblood. Maybe he comes over from the Giants, as those are actual transactions we're playing with. Due up for the Reds, Bench, Concepcion, and Geronimo. Let's go to the chat real quick. As Dog Show says, we got a hunch you'll love the baseball bunch. That's right. Johnny Bench used to host the baseball bunch. Oh, who was the other ball player? I used to love watching that. That's a great memory there, Dog. Once again, check out the Dog Show. Wonderful channel. All things entertainment. Check out JD. So, all good channels here. Wonderful community. This is the community you want to be part of. Sly the Tank Benjamin has joined us. Hope all is well. Alright, here's Johnny Bench. Bench walked in the 2nd. Seaver kicks and fires the Bench. And he strikes him out. That's 4 straight strikeouts for Tom Seaver. Seaver now has 5 Ks on the day. He is in a zone. The fastball is not overpowering. That was only 91 miles per hour, but the movement is there. Dog Show. Tommy Lasorda was the dugout wizard. That is right. That is right. And that came on either before or after This Week in Baseball, which This Week in Baseball, you could find them on YouTube. It's absolutely marvelous. Oh, the old This Week in Baseball with Mel Allen and the 2 themes they had and all the highlights. Oh, it was awesome. Loved This Week in Baseball. When I was a kid, I lived for This Week in Baseball and the Baseball Bunch. Here's Davey Concepcion 0 for 1. That's what I love about these games and the chat. Brings back, no matter if you're bummed out about stuff, you know, it just brings back memories. And I forgot who said it. I think it was Ron Juckett and a couple other people. They said it keeps the memories, and Beatles Eternally definitely said it, the memories of these players alive. Whether you're playing dead ball, or like I like to play the 70s and the 80s and the 60s, even, or whatever you want to play, whatever sport, even if it's a video game, if you're playing Pac-Man, just the joy of playing it. So thank you, everyone. Merry Christmas. Thank you for joining us. We're a wonderful community. This is the community you want to be part of. We have all kinds of different YouTube channels, and we support one another. Davey Concepcion's 0 for 1. Seaver picks up the sign. Here's the pitch to Concepcion. Ground ball up the middle, past Seaver. Millan charging in. Quick release to first, and they get the speedy Concepcion 2 down. And that ends the strikeout streak of 4 in a row. So 2 outs, base is empty for Cesar Geronimo. He's 0 for 1, the center fielder. Struck out in the second. Left-handed batter. Infield, outfield, straightaway and normal for the Metropolitans. John Stearns sets the target. Here's the pitch to Geronimo. And he walks. Oh, Stearns wanted that call. He did not get it. So 2 outs. Geronimo, a good runner at first, 6 out of 10. Will be held on by John Milner. And here comes the pitcher, Pat Zachary. Will go aggressive against Zachary. And he strikes out. Side retired. As Tom Seaver mows down his counterpart. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still scoreless here at Shea. Dave Gardner says, love the music from This Week in Baseball. Now, they had the game show theme, bump, 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 ba 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 ba, and then they had the second one, which I can't, and they're both awesome themes. Yeah, it was must-see TV, as the dog show says. The end music was majestic. Oh my! I remember. It was so. I watched the reruns. I have them on YouTube, saved so I can find them. Oh my God! Love This Week in Baseball. 2 up for the Metropolitans, bottom 3rd of the order. Millan, Phillips, and Seaver. Felix Millan 0 for 1. He popped to short. Zachary hoping to make quick work of the bottom 3rd of the Metropolitan order. Here's the pitch to Felix Millan. Millan grounds it to the right side. Dreesen has it, races to the first base bag, and steps on it, 1 away. Here comes Mike Phillips. He is 0 for 1. Fly to deep left. Zachary's ready to work. He deals to Phillips. Ground ball, right side foul. The count on Phillips is now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Phillips surprisingly has a 7-game hitting streak. Overperforming so far in the replay. Hopefully it stays that way. Usually it starts to level out. Johnny Bench behind the plate sets the target. Zachary kicks and fires. Phillips, ground ball. Morgan to Dreesen. Scoring at home 4-3, 2 down. Clinton Parks has joined us in the chat. Another wonderful channel in our community. Check him out. He had a game up today. I will be checking that actually just very recently. I'll be checking it out after I'm done. Sly says, can't stay, just wanted to pop in and drop a like. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you very much, Sly. Sly the Tank Benjamin. Merry Christmas, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, here comes Tom Terrific. 2 outs, no one on. Zachary wants revenge on his counterpart. Can Zachary strike out Seaver? He deals. And he does! Seaver swings and misses. We go to the top of the 6th. No score here at Shea. This is what you call a pitcher's duel. Dave Gardner says, I haven't followed baseball since the late 80s. That's why I love these strategy games with the historical players. We keep them alive, Dave. Remember to check out Dave Gardner, HockeyTournaments.com. HockeyTournaments.com, Dave Gardner. 2 up for the Reds, Rose, Griffey, and Morgan, the top of the Cincinnati order. Pete Rose is 0 for 2. Seaver rubs up that baseball. Now he's up on the bump, towing the rubber. Peers in at Stearns. Here's the pitch to Charlie Hustle. Ground ball. Phillips backhands it at short. Throws to Miller. 1 away. And here comes Ken Griffey. He has the only hit for the Reds. He's 1 for 2. Seaver deals quickly to Griffey. And Griffey works a walk. He's on base for the 2nd time. So Griffey, good speed at first. Milner will hold him on. Here comes little Joe Morgan. He's 0 for 2, left-handed batter. Lots of pop in that little man's bat. Seaver throws over to first. Griffey gets back. Seaver again looks to first. Milner holding Griffey on. Now in towards the plate. Stearns wiggles the fingers. Seaver's ready. Here's the pitch of Joe Morgan. There goes the runner. Throw down. Griffey. Oh, boy. Slides in safely. Phillips didn't like the call. John Stearns is protesting behind the plate. They thought they nailed him. So with 1 out, 0-1 count on Joe Morgan, Griffey's in scoring position. On deck, Dan Dreesen. Seaver peeks over his shoulder. Now he deals to Morgan. Morgan, line shot to Cranepool and left. He makes the catch, didn't even have to move. Morgan bid for a base hit the other way. 2 outs, Griffey will be off on contact. That gives the speedy Ken Griffey a few extra steps. Again, the best arm for the Mets in the outfield, center fielder Lee Mazzilli. Dreesen at the plate, Foster on deck. Again, Seaver peeks over his shoulder. Phillips cheats in to try to keep Griffey close. Here's the pitch to Dan Dreesen. And that's gone! Oh my lord! Dreesen mashed that ball to center. Mazzilli took 2 steps and looked up, and it's 2-0 Cincinnati. There goes the shutout. Joining us in the chat, another wonderful friend of the community, the OG, the original Grodnard. Check that wonderful strategy channel out. Military strategy, sports strategy, wrestling strategy, and space conquest. Hope you're doing better tonight, OG. Hope all is well. Here comes the big boomstick himself, George Foster. Speak softly, carry the big boomstick, 0 for 2. Seaver now trails by 2. He kicks and deals to Foster. And he strikes him out, and the side is retired, but the damage is done. The 2-out homer by Dan Dreesen to center, and the Reds go up 2-0. And Pat Zachary's back up on the mound. He will face Roy Steiger, who came in for the injured Lenny Randall, and then Bruce Beauclair and John Stearns. Roy Steiger, 235, 2 homers, 13 ribbies. In actuality, 252, 2 homers, and 11 ribbies. This is his first at-bat. Zachary deals to Steiger. And Steiger rips a shot to the gap. That's going to be a double. So Roy Steiger, off the bench for the injured Lenny Randall, is at second base with a double. Here come the Metropolitans, and now I can say it. That was the first hit off Pat Zachary. The no-hitter is gone. And here comes Bruce Beauclair. He is 0 for 1. Zachary's at second. Not speedy at all. 4 out of 10 base running ability. Beauclair, if he makes an out, he at least wants to hit the ball to the right side on the ground. Zachary deals to the left-handed Beauclair. Beauclair, base hit, center field. Steiger hits third base and scores. The Mets close to within 1, 2-1. Here come the Go-Go Metropolitans. So a clutch hit by Bruce Beauclair. And now John Stearns steps to the plate. Beauclair, 6 out of 10 base running, held on by Dan Dreesen at first. Stearns actually is 0 for 2. He's grounded to first and short. Beauclair takes a slight lead. Zachary looks to first, now in at bench behind the plate. Bench sets a target. Here's the pitch to his counterpart, John Stearns. Stearns swings, slow dribbler towards short. Concepcion charges in his only play. Bang, bang at first. And Stearns is out. Oh, he's jumping up and down. He thought he was safe. What a great play by Davey Concepcion. Charging in to his left, bare hands the ball and quickly releases all in one motion to Dreesen for the out. Beauclair advances to second, but there's 1 out. Here's Ed Cranepool. Cranepool is 0 for 2. He thought in his last at-bat he had his first home run when he flew out to deep right center. If Cranepool, who had 10 homers in reality, gets his first here, the Mets will go up 3-2. Beauclair takes a slight lead from second. Zachary deals to Cranepool. Cranepool goes the other way. Base hit. Foster has it. Beauclair pitch third. 60% chance of him scoring. On deck is Lee Mazzilli. And Joe Torre and myself will hold Beauclair at third. So runners on the corner. Here come the Go-Go Mets. Down by 1, 2-1. And here's Lee Mazzilli, 0 for 2. Reds want to turn 2 up the middle with Concepcion and Joe Morgan. What a double play combination that is, both 10 out of 10 in their defensive ratings. Zachary deals to Lee Mazzilli. Bench has a quick word with him first. Now back behind the plate, and here's the pitch. And Mazzilli singles! To right, we have a tie ball game. Lee Mazzilli just smacked that ball to right. It is 2-2, folks. The dog show says, you think Pete has any action on the game? You never know. You never know. So it's 2-2. The Mets tie it up right away. No outs. Cranepool's at second. The speedy Lee Mazzilli is at first. Whole new ball game here. It's 2-2. The no-hitter's gone for Zachary. The shutout's gone and the lead. John Milner's 0 for 1. He has walked and struck out. Zachary deals to left-handed batting John Milner. And Milner walks for a second time. Bases are juiced. No place to put Felix Millan. He is 0 for 2. He has popped to short and grounded to first. It is a 2-2 ball game. Look like the Reds will play for a double play. The infield's normal. They're not playing the infield in. Can Millan come through in the clutch? Cranepool at third. Mazzilli at second. Milner at first. Bench pounds the mitt, sets the target. Zachary kicks and fires. Millan, ground ball. Concepcion to Morgan. To Dreesen, double play, but the go-ahead run scores from third in Cranepool, and it's 3-2 Met. Oh, the inning is over. I forgot there was an out. So, it is still 2-2. We go to the top of the 7th. 2 up for the Reds. Bench, Concepcion, and Geronimo. Jerry Ball has joined us in the chat. How are you, Jerry? He says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas back at you, my friend. Hope all is well. Come to see a good game. It's 2-2, top of the 7th. Tom Seaver for the Metropolitans taking on Pat Zachary for the Reds. And the ironic thing is they're going to be traded for each other in about 2 weeks in the game, as they were in reality. So Bench is 0 for 1. Johnny Bench has walked and struck out against Tom Terrific. Seaver looks in, nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Johnny Bench. And he strikes him out for a second time. Slider got him on the swing and the miss. And that's Tom Seaver's 8th K of the game. So 1 out, Davey Concepcion, the smooth fielding shortstop's 0 for 2. Seaver works quickly to Concepcion. And Concepcion drops down a beautiful bunt. Oh, did they catch us with their pants down? Wow! That's only the 3rd hit for Cincinnati. It was a beautiful bunt. Let's watch that over. We were playing our infield normal, and Davey Concepcion just drops it into no man's land. By the time Stearns picks it up and fires to first, Concepcion's easily safe. So the speedy Concepcion's on at first, Milner holding him on, 1 out. And Cesar Geronimo, the number 8 batter, strides to the plate. He is 0 for 1. He has struck out and walked. Seaver throws over to first. Concepcion's back. Here's the pitch out. There goes Concepcion. Stearns throws down. And oh my God, he's safe. We pitched out. Oh my Lord, you've got to be kidding me. Again, John Stearns is protesting. He thought he threw him out. Let's watch that over. Here's the pitch out. We throw down. He slides in under the tag, they said. Stearns none too happy with the umpiring crew tonight. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Davey Concepcion at second. 1 out. Geronimo's at first. 1 ball, no strikes. Seaver rocks and fires to Geronimo. And that's a base hit to right. Beauclair puts a charge on it. And he bobbles it. We have a 32% chance of throwing Concepcion out at the plate. And we're going to take a shot. Here's the throw! And we got him out! Yes! Concepcion is out! Beauclair juggled the ball, and then after that got an accurate throw to the plate. Stearns planted Concepcion into the dirt in front of the plate. He never touched the plate. What a play. It stays 2-2. Oh, we got to watch that one over. Base hit to right. Beauclair bobbles it a bit, and then an accurate quick throw after that, and Stearns just planted Concepcion like corn in front of the plate. 2 outs. Here's Pat Zachary, and it looks like the Reds are going to let him hit. Geronimo's at first, the go-ahead run. Milner holding him on. Seaver up to 111 pitches. He's good for 140. Here's the pitch to Zachary, his counterpart. Zachary, fly ball to right. Beauclair comes in, makes the catch. Side is retired. We have what you call an exciting ball game here. Clinton Parks in the chat says, must be a Cincy up out there. I agree. Jerry Ball saying hello to everyone in the chat. Long time since we've seen our good friend Jerry Ball. Again, Merry Christmas to him and everyone else in the chat and who's watching now or later. It's always good to see our good friends. 2 up for the Mets, Phillips, Seaver, and Steiger. Zachary, 91 pitches, good for 130. Phillips is 0 for 2. He awaits the Zachary offering. He's riding a 7-game hitting streak. Zachary's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Phillips. Phillips grounds it slowly to third. Rose comes in. Did he beat it out? No! Good stretch by Dreesen. Quick release on the throw by Rose. Phantomatic has joined us on what is now becoming close to Christmas Eve. 11:31 Eastern Standard Time, East Coast, United States of America. How you doing, Phantomatic? Another good friend of the channel. Merry Christmas, my friend. So Seaver's thrown 116 pitches. 1 out, no one on. Seaver's 0 for 2. He'll bat for himself. He's going to try to drop down a bunt. Bench fields it, throws to Morgan on the wheel plate, and that's out number 2. Seaver's now 0 for 3. And here's Roy Steiger, excuse me. He got things started with a double in the bottom of the 6th. He entered the ball game when Lenny Randall got hurt. He awaits the Zachary offering. Here's the pitch to Steiger. Ground ball to Rose. Rose up with it, throws it to Dreesen. The side is retired. We go to the top of the 8th, 2-2 ball game. Seaver still looks strong. He will face the top of the order. Rose, Griffey, and Morgan. Pete Rose is 0 for 3. Switch hitter batting lefty. Seaver towing the rubber. Peers in at Stearns. He deals to Rose. Rose, ground ball to Phillips at short. Short. And Milner scoops it out of the dirt. 1 down. A little bobble by Phillips when he threw to Milner. So 1 out. Here's Ken Griffey. He's been a thorn in Seaver's side. He's 1 for 2. He has doubled, grounded back to Seaver, then walked. Seaver steps off the mound, takes his cap out, wipes his brow. Cap back on the head. He's back on the bump. Deep breath. Arms down to his chest. The windup. The high leg kick. The pitch. Griffey. Ground ball. Up the middle. Phillips ranging towards the second base bag. Throws to Milner for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. 2-2 ball game. Top of the 8th. And here comes little Joe Morgan. 0 for 3 today. But 1 swing of the bat. 1 swing of the bat by little Joe to put the Reds ahead 3-2. He awaits the Tom Seaver offering. Pitch homeward bound. Morgan, fly ball, shallow right. Beauclair makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 2. The Metropolitans hoping for their 30th win. The Go-Go Mets, 3 games out of first. The surprise team of the National League. Due up, Beauclair, Stearns, and Cranepool to face Pat Zachary. Zachary, 102 pitches. Zachary, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. He's walked 3, struck out 2. Beauclair 1 for 2. Zachary picks up the sign from Johnny Bench. He kicks and deals to Beauclair. And he strikes him out. 1 down. Remember, Bruce Beauclair threw out the speedy Ken Griffey. And John Stearns planted him like corn in front of the plate. He never got to the plate. And here's Stearns. Stearns is 0 for 3. Stearns looking for his 5th home run. He's looking for a pitch he can tee it high and let it fly out of shade. Zachary shakes off bench. Wow. Never seen that. You don't usually see that. Now Zach nods his head. He kicks and fires to Stearns. And Stearns works a walk. And you can see Johnny Bench a little miffed with his young pitcher. So 1 out, 1 on. Stearns a fairly good running catcher, 6 out of 10. Actually, that's decent for anybody. Dreesen has to respect that. They're holding him on. Here comes Ed Kranepool, 1 for 3. Kranepool looking for his 1st home run of the year in this replay. He had 10 in actuality. Zachary looks to first. Hit and runs on. There goes Stearns. Kranepool swings, sends it right field down the line, but foul. Griffey runs out of room. No balls, 1 strike. Hit and run on again. There goes Stearns. Kranepool, ground ball right side. Morgan on the outfield grass, only play to first. 2 down. Stearns is in scoring position. And here's Lee Mazzilli. Mazzilli is 1 for 3. He grounded back to Zachary and reached on the error by the pitcher. Then he grounded to second. And then he singled, tying the ball game as Beauclair scored in the bottom of the 6th. Can Lee Mazzilli do it again? Can Lee Mazzilli do it again? On deck, John Milner. Zachary looks over his shoulder. Concepcion cheats towards the bag, trying to keep Stearns honest. Now he deals to Lee Mazzilli. Mazzilli swings, ground ball, right side. Dreesen has it, throws to Zachary, covering the bag, and the side is retired. Stearns is stranded in scoring position. We go to the top of the 9th, tied at 2. Free baseball looms. Seaver, 131 pitches, good for 140. There's action in the Mets bullpen. He will face Dreesen, Foster, and Bench. Dan Dreesen is 1 for 3. Line to center, struck out, and then hit a mammoth 2-run blast to center. The only 2 runs Seavers has given up. Seavers ready to work. Here's the pitch to Dreesen. Line shot to center. Mazzilli makes the running catch. 1 down. Dreesen's hit the ball hard today. And here comes another big boomstick, George Foster. He's 0 for 3. He is grounded to short, struck out twice. Seaver would love to get the hat trick. Seaver beginning to labor, 138 pitches. Again, good for 140. Stearns wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Foster. Fly ball, deep left center, and gone. The boomstick goes boom, and it's 3-2 Reds. And here comes Joe Torre. That's going to be it for Tom Terrific. All the runs were scored on home runs. A 2-run blast by Dreesen, and now in the top of the 9th with 1 out, George Foster got the big boom boom. Coming in the game to get these final 2 outs in the top of the 9th, as we have a righty Bench and then a righty Concepcion. Will be Rick Baldwin. Righties only hit 199 off Rick Baldwin. So here's Rick Baldwin. Again, horrible control, but righties only hit 199. In 77, 1 win, 2 losses, 1 save in 62 and 2/3 innings. 4.45 earned run average. In the replay, he has 1 save, no wins, no losses, with a 3 ERA. Johnny Bench is 0 for 2. Baldwin has a quick word after his warm-ups with Stearns. Stearns back behind the plate. Here's the pitch to Bench. Oh my lord, deep down the left field corner, and gone. It has been a power show for the Reds. It's now 4-2. Baldwin doesn't spell relief, he spells agita. If you're not Italian, that means heartburn. So 4-2. And here's Davey Concepcion, 1 for 3. Ball game getting away from the Mets. Baldwin looks in, nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Concepcion. And Concepcion grounds it down the left side, foul, past Steiger. It counts now 1-2 to Davey Concepcion. Geronimo on deck. Baldwin deals quickly to Concepcion. Ground ball towards the middle. Mian backhands it, throws to Milner, and they get Concepcion by a step. So that's 2 down, and that's it. Baldwin does not pitch well against lefties. And here comes Bob Merrick. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Merrick will face Geronimo. 2 outs. 2 home runs in the top of the 9th. George Foster and Johnny Bench went back-to-back jacks. That broke up the tie ball game. Merrick in 77, 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 saves. Deuces were wild for Merrick with a 3.61 ERA. In the replay, no wins, 2 losses, 1 save with a 3 ERA. He deals to Geronimo, who's 1 for 2. Geronimo, fly ball, deep. Mazzelli looking up, and it's gone. 3 home runs for the Reds in this inning. And it's now 5-2. So the Mets bullpen has blown this game. Well, Seaver, and then the Mets bullpen. So Seaver gave up a home run to Foster. And then Baldwin to Bench, and now Merrick to Geronimo. We probably should have walked Geronimo, but they probably would have pinch hit for Zachary. Here's the pitch of Zachary, 0 for 3, and he strikes out. We go to the bottom of the 9th, excuse me. The Reds get 3 on home runs from Foster, Bench, and Geronimo. They now lead 5-2. Zachary looking for the complete game victory. Good night, dog. Merry Christmas, my friend. Remember to check out the dog show. As Phantomatic says, oh my God, about the 3 home runs. So here's John Milner, followed by Felix Mian and Mike Phillips. Milner's 0 for 1. Zachary's ready to work. Here's the pitch. Milner, ground ball, right side. Dreesen has it, takes it to the bag himself. 1 away. Looks like the go Mets have run out of steam here. 2 outs, base is empty. Zachary up to 118 pitches. Felix Mian's 0 for 3. He's going to take. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. Looks down to the third base coach. Doug Flynn is now in at third. A much better defender. You can see 7 out of 10 defensive range. 1,000 fielding percentage. He will be traded to the Mets along with Pat Zachary. And I want to say a couple other players for Tom Seaver. 0-1 to Mian. Choking up a little bit more on that bat. Bench wiggles the fingers. Zachary nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Mian. Mian, ground ball up the middle. Concepcion coming across the bag. Throws the first 2 down. The Mets have 1 more out of life left in this game. And it's Mike Phillips. Phillips is 0 for 3. On deck is Merrick, but if Phillips gets on, Merrick will not hit. Phillips is 0 for 3. Let's go to our bench, see who we have here. Ron Hodges, one of our backup catchers, will come in to pinch hit and try to keep this game alive. Hodges, in the replay, 233, 1 homer, 7 ribbies. In actuality, 265, 1 homer, 5 ribbies. Hodges digs in that left-hander's batter's box. Zachary, 120 pitches, looking for the complete game victory. Here's the pitch to Ronnie Hodges. Hodges swings, line shot. Morgan snares it. Ball game over. Hodges hit it on the screws. Morgan took a step and a leap. And that's it, folks. The Mets get 3 homers in the top of the 9th. Foster, Bench, and Geronimo. They break up the 2-2 tie. They win 5-2. Zachary gets the win. Seaver takes the loss. And let's go to the box score quickly and call it a stream. As always, we do the pitching first. Heck of a fun game. Lots of home runs, and the pitchers do it for a long time. Let's go to the chat and say thank you to JD. Check out that great channel. Wonderful content. Phantomatic. The Dog Show, another great channel. OG, another wonderful content creator. Clayton Parks, all things baseball. Jerry Ball, good to see you, my friend. Thank you. Dave Gardner, hockeytournaments.com. Thank you. Sly the Tank Benjamin, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to all. Bobby Cantilano, thank you. Continue to scroll up. We had a good representation here. JT Dutch, thank you, my friend. Merry Christmas. And that's everyone. I believe I got everybody. Heck of a ball game. Alrighty, so thank you very much. Let's go to the pitching, and then we will go through this box score quickly, call the stream. And remember, check out Clinton Parks' channel. He just put up a game, I think it was from 1929, using Digital Diamond Baseball. Another really fun game. You can roll your own dice while playing on the PC. Very affordable. You can get it either on Steam or on their site. All right. Yeah, as you can see, Pat Zachary went the distance. He's now 5 wins, 4 losses. Zachary 9 innings, 4 hits, only 2 runs. And that's when the Mets tied it in the bottom of the 6th. 4 walks, 3 Ks. Tom Seaver picks up his 5th loss. He's now 8-5. He went 8 1/3. 5 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. And they all came off homers. A 2-run homer from Dreesen in the top of the 6th. And then a solo blast by Foster spelled the doom for the Metropolitans. Baldwin gave up a home run. He pitched a 1/3 of an inning. That was a home run to Bench. And then Merrick gave up a homer to the left-handed batting Geronimo. So the Mets lose 5-2. They now fall to 29-24 as 500 is banging at the door, and we don't want that. The Reds improved to 32-19 and pick up that half game. And right now, the Astros have not played, so they're tied for first in the West in the National League. Player of the game, Pat Zachary. The Reds had 7 hits. Pete Rose, the all-time hits leader, was 0 for 4. Flynn came in to play 3rd in the bottom of the 9th. No at-bat. Griffey was 1 for 3 with a run score, a walk, and a double. Joe Morgan was held hitless, and he struck out once. He was 0 for 4. Dreesen knocked in 2. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-run homer, and he struck out once. Foster was 1 for 4 with a homer, and he struck out twice. Bench was 1 for 3 with a homer. He walked and struck out twice. Concepcion was 1 for 4. Geronimo was 2 for 3 with a run scored, a home run, a ribby, a walk, and a K. And Pat Zachary was 0 for 4 with 2 Ks. Mets pitching struck out 9 Cincinnati Reds batters. The Reds in victory, 33 at-bats, 5 runs, 7 hits, 5 RBIs, 3 walks, 9 Ks, and 4 home runs. All the runs scored were on homers. A 2-run blast by Dreesen and solo shots by Foster, Bench, and Geronimo. That led them to the victory over the Go-Go Mets. For the Mets, Lenny Randall was 0 for 2 and then was injured. Steiger came in the game to play 3rd. He was 1 for 2 with a run scored. He doubled to get things started in the bottom of the 6th when the Mets scored 2 runs. Beauclair was 1 for 3, a run scored, a ribby, a walk, and a K. Stearns was 0 for 3 with a walk. Cranepool was 1 for 4. Mazzilli was 1 for 4 with the game-tying RBI in the bottom of the 6th. Milner was 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a strikeout. Mian, Phillips, Hodges, the pinch hitter, and Tom Seavers were 0-fers, with Seaver striking out once. The Mets had 31 at-bats, 2 runs that came in the bottom of the 6th when they tied it up. 4 hits only, 2 ribbies, 4 walks, 3 Ks, and a double. Cincinnati left 4 runners on base. The Mets left 6. Quick recap. Cincinnati was the first team to get on the board, and it would come in the top of the 6th. They scored 2 runs on a hit and a walk. Dan Dreesen mashed a 2-run homer to center, 2-0 Reds. The Mets came right back in the bottom of the 6th, sent 7 batters at plate, scoring 2 runs on 4 hits and a walk. Beauclair singled, scoring Steiger, who led off the inning with a double. It was 2-1 Reds. And then Mazzilli tied it up with a single, and it was 2-2. That held to the top of the 9th. And then in the top of the 9th, it was a power show for the Reds. Foster, Bench, and Geronimo all hit homers for the 5-2 victory. Foster hit his off the loser, Tom Seaver. Bench got his off Baldwin. And Cesar Geronimo got his off Merrick. Geronimo was 2 for 3 with a homer. Zachary picked up his 5th win. He was now 5-4. He went complete game victory. Tom Seaver went 8 1/3 and picked up his 5th loss. He's now 8-5. So the Mets record now drops to 29-24. They'll go 3.5 games out of first, as we have the Pirates and Phillies tied for the first place in the National League East in 1977. The Reds improved to 39-19 and have tied the Houston Astros for first in the West, though the Astros still have a game to play tonight. Sal, Red Sox fans, saying thank you very much. As Jerry Ball says, thanks, Al. Nice game. Take care. Merry Christmas to everyone, and roll on. Thank you for those great thoughts. We'll end on that. So, thank you to everyone. Health and happiness. Till next time, watch out for the curveball in the dirt. Don't swing at it. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. God bless, and you know it's coming, folks. Peace! See you soon.